Have you ever looked at those people who are just vibrant, healthy, well into their hundreds and thought, how do they do that? Well, today we're diving into exactly that. We're going to unlock some incredible secrets to longevity, and these aren't just guesses. They're science-backed tips from some of Japan's top health experts. Okay, so let me ask you something. What if I told you that your body has this built-in system, a kind of superpower, to heal itself and actually slow down aging? No, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's real biology, and the best part is, you can learn how to switch it on. So what's the secret sauce? It's a process with a fancy name, autophagy. And this is serious science, folks. The discovery was so huge that the Japanese cell biologist behind it, Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi, actually won a Nobel Prize for it back in 2016. He's the one who figured out how our body's incredible self-cleaning system really works. Okay, autophagy sounds kinda intense, right? It literally means self-eating. But don't worry, it's a good thing. Think of it like your body's own internal recycling crew. It goes around, finds all the junk, the old, damaged, worn-out parts of your cells, and clears them out. This makes room for fresh, new, healthy cells to take their place. The easiest way to get your head around it, just think of it as cellular housekeeping. Seriously, it's like a deep spring clean for your insides, happening in every single cell, making sure the whole system is running smoothly. And listen, this isn't just a nice to have. It is absolutely critical. Dr. Ohsumi himself said it. Without autophagy, our cells just can't survive. It's that fundamental. This constant cleanup is what keeps us going, what keeps us energized and strong. All right, so the big question is, how do we flip the switch and turn this system on? Well, that brings us to our very first tip, and it's all about giving your body a rest. One of the most powerful triggers for autophagy is intermittent fasting, which, by the way, has been part of traditional Japanese lifestyles for ages. And look, this doesn't have to be some crazy, complicated thing. A simple 16-hour fast is a fantastic starting point. For example, say you finish dinner at 7 p.m., you skip the late-night snacks, and then you just wait to eat until, say, 11 a.m. the next day. Boom! That's it. You've just given your body a perfect 16-hour window to start that deep clean. So why does this work so well? The science is pretty cool. Researchers like Dr. Takayuki Teruya have shown that when you're fasting, your body isn't just off. It's actually working hard. It's busy rejuvenating your metabolism, cranking up its own antioxidant defenses, and giving your digestive system a well-deserved break to repair itself. It's a total reset. Okay, on to tip number 2. This one is less about when you eat and more about how much. And for this, we're heading to Okinawa, a place that's world famous for having so many people living past 100. Their secret? It's a simple little phrase, Hara Hachi Bu. The entire philosophy really boils down to just one number, 80%. And this one little number might just be one of the biggest keys to mindful eating and a long, healthy life. So what is Hara Hachi Bu? It's super simple. It's the practice of eating until you're about 80% full. Now, this is not about starving yourself or feeling deprived. It's just a gentle way to eat a little less. This lowers the stress on your body, and, you guessed it, it's another powerful signal for your body to kickstart that autophagy self-repair mode. And this isn't just some old wives' tale. This is real-deal advice from longevity experts. Check this out. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a legendary Japanese doctor who was still working at 105 years old, wow, he lived by this rule. He was convinced it was one of the biggest reasons he stayed healthy and active for so long. All right, last but not least, tip number 3. Because it's not just about when or how much you eat, it's also about what you eat. To really get that autophagy system firing on all cylinders, we've got to give ourselves the right kind of fuel. I like to think of it like this. Your food is either fuel or fire. The fuel is all the good stuff that helps your body. We're talking plant-based whole foods, veggies, fruits, fermented foods like miso and green tea. Then you've got the fire. The stuff that causes problems, like too much sugar, processed junk, and all those chemical additives. That stuff actually puts the brakes on autophagy. So what do the experts suggest? Well, Dr. Shinya says to always start your day with water, just to flush everything out. Dr. Ishihara is a fan of a liquid breakfast, maybe some carrot and apple juice to ease into the day. The common thread here is pretty clear, right? Focus on plants, maybe limit your solid meals to just 1 or 2, and you're on the right track. Okay, so let's zoom out and put all of this together. What does this blueprint for a long, healthy life actually look like when you combine all these tips?
It really comes down to three simple core ideas. Number one, give your body a break from food for 12 to 16 hours every day. Number two, eat mindfully. Stop when you're about 80% full. And number three, fuel up with the good stuff, real, whole, plant-based foods.
You know, at the end of the day, this isn't about some magic pill or complicated hack. It's about working with the incredible system your body already has. When you combine mindful eating with giving your body that time to rest and repair, well, that's the real secret. That's the foundation of a long and truly healthy life.
So it all comes back to you. Your body has this amazing natural healing power just waiting. The only question left is, what's one small thing you can do starting today to help switch it on?
Have you ever wondered if there's some kind of simple daily practice that could add decades of healthy, active years to your life? Well, today we're going to uncover just that, a really powerful routine that's been hiding in plain sight. So let's dive in and see what they're doing so differently. Okay, just look at this contrast for a second. In the US, the average healthy lifespan, well, it wraps up around 66. But then you look at Japan, and there are over 95,000 people who are 100 years old or more, and they're still active, still independent. I mean, this isn't just a small difference, it's a huge gap in how we age. So you gotta ask, right? What's their secret? It's not magic, it's definitely not perfect genetics, and it's not some crazy expensive supplement you have to order online. The answer is actually surprisingly simple. It's a nationwide movement routine that people have been practicing every single day since 1928. A routine that we're gonna break down for you right now. So here's our game plan. We're gonna start with foundation and balance, then we'll move into posture and core. After that, we'll cover strength and stability. And then, at the very end, I'm going to show you exactly how to put it all together into a super simple 5-minute daily routine. All right, first up, foundation and balance. These first two movements are all about building that fundamental stability you need for, well, literally everything you do, every single day. This is the base of the pyramid. Let's kick things off with the Shiko Dachi, also known as the sumo stance. You know, for over 1,000 years, this has been used by Japan's most powerful athletes. But for us, it's about building the exact kind of strength you need to get out of a chair without using your hands, or to climb a flight of stairs with ease. Think of these as your independence muscles. Seriously, these are the ones that keep you self-reliant for years and years to come. Okay, so here's how you do it. Stand with your feet nice and wide, toes pointed out at about a 45-degree angle. Now, you're going to slowly lower your hips like you're trying to sit down between your legs, not behind them, and keep that spine straight. Don't worry if you feel a little shaky, that's totally normal, that's the muscles waking up. Use a chair or a wall for support if you need it. Just start with 20 seconds. The goal is to build up to a minute or two. You've got this. Next up, we have the Nekawashi Dachi, or the cat stance. This one comes to us from karate, and it's specifically designed to wake up your body's balance system. Now, I'll be honest, it's going to feel a bit weird at first, but that's the whole point. It's activating these deep stabilizer muscles that have probably been snoozing for years. So to do it, just take a small step forward with one foot and then lightly touch the ball of that front foot to the ground. That's it. Most of your weight, about 70% of it, should stay on your back foot. Hold that for about 30 seconds on each side, and please definitely use a wall for support until you feel really steady. Safety first. Okay, let's move on to posture and core. These next couple of movements are all about resetting your spine, kind of undoing the damage that sitting in chairs all day does, and firing up those deep core muscles. This is Seiza, and it literally translates to proper sitting. This used to be the standard way people in Japan would sit for meals, for ceremonies, for everything. For us today, it's an incredibly powerful, gentle stretch that counteracts that hunched-over posture we all get from our chairs and screens. It really is about resetting your posture from the ground up. So here's how to try it. Kneel on something soft, like a folded blanket or a yoga mat. Fold your feet underneath you, and then slowly, gently sit back on your heels. Now, here's a really crucial tip. If you feel any tightness or pinching in your knees or ankles, don't force it. Just grab a firm cushion or a yoga block and place it between your heels and your hips. This simple little adjustment takes all the pressure off and makes the stretch way more accessible. It honestly makes all the difference. Just start with 30 seconds. Next is Zazen, or seated meditation. Now, don't let the word meditation fool you. This is an active posture. Just the simple act of holding your spine tall without any back support forces those deep core muscles to wake up and engage, creating this natural corset of strength all around your spine. And on top of that, it does something amazing for your nervous system. Studies actually show it stimulates the part of your brain that tells the body, hey, you're safe now, it's time to heal and repair. For this one, you'll want to sit cross-legged on a firm cushion. This part is super important because elevating your hips is what helps you maintain a naturally tall and relaxed spine. Now imagine there's a string pulling the very top of your head up toward the ceiling. Let your shoulders relax down and just focus on your breath. You can start with just 5 minutes a day. All right, now for our final 2 movements, which focus on strength and stability. These are really powerful stances designed to build deep, functional strength, and this is so important, prevent the kind of falls that can be so dangerous as we get older. This right here is Kibadachi, the horse stance. Yeah, Samwise used it to train for battle, but for us, it's basically training for independence. But here's the real key for modern life. This stance specifically strengthens the muscles that prevent you from falling side to side. That kind of lateral instability is something that's often completely overlooked in typical exercise routines. So, to get into it, stand with your feet wide and make sure they're parallel, not turned out like the sumo stance. Now bend your knees and sink your hips like you're sitting on a horse, keeping that spine nice and tall. Oh yeah, you're gonna feel a burn in your thighs, your glutes, your hips. That's a good thing. It means those critical stabilizers are working hard. And our final movement is the wall squat, or the invisible chair. Now this one isn't ancient, but it's used all the time by modern Japanese physiotherapists because it basically activates everything we've just been working on. It builds those endurance muscles you need for standing longer and walking farther, and it's a fantastic way to actually track your progress over time. Here's how to do it safely and effectively. Stand with your back flat against a wall and walk your feet about a foot away from it. Then, just slowly slide down until your knees are at about a 90-degree angle. Now, the absolutely crucial point here is to make sure your knees are directly over your ankles, not tracking out past your toes. Start with a 30-second hold and see if you can build up to 2 minutes over time. You'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. Okay, so you've learned the 6 core movements. Pretty simple, right? Now, let's see how they all come together in an incredibly easy and effective routine that can fit into absolutely any schedule. And here it is. Look how simple this is. We're talking about a quick 2.5-minute routine in the morning to wake up your posture and your balance system, then a 4-minute routine in the evening to build strength. That is it. No gym membership, no special equipment. You know, the key here isn't about being perfect. It's just about being consistent. This all ties back to this beautiful Japanese concept called Kaizen. It's the philosophy that small, consistent improvements are what lead to massive changes over time. It's not about doing some heroic, exhausting workout once a week. It's about these few intentional minutes compounding on each other, day after day, year after year. So just remember this. Strength, balance, and independence aren't just lost to age. They're lost to inactivity. You now have a simple, proven system to reclaim them. Your future self is going to thank you for this. So the only question left is, what will you start today?